Right, where were we? Okay, let me just check here. 11 out of 44, quarter of the way. Let's go. This is Mr. X. By immediately shooting his hat off, we get the 12th achievement hats off.
Christ.
And we also ruin his style for the rest of the day. Mr. X is a stalker enemy in Resident Evil 2, and upon our return to the RPD, he begins to follow us around, but he's kind of easy to dodge like I do just there. So now we can head back into the RPD and past the helicopter that he's just kindly lifted up for us. Making my way back to the main hall to try and get rid of Mr. X. Start to give him the runaround by heading back to the main part, where we've just blown Marvin's head off. And that was it, Mr. X is gone. I don't have to worry anymore. Oh no. Leon then does an emergency circle in the RPD, hoping that will confuse Mr. X, which it does, and I managed to go back the way that we went, which is completely useless to me. I get terrified whenever Mr. X comes into the game. Just like the first 2 minutes of a stalker enemy that you can't kill completely throws my head into haywire. But I managed to get into this door, which is where we get the box and another save code. This box goes with the red gem that we got earlier in the last episode. It gets us the stars badge, which we can use to get in the computer upstairs and get the lightning hawk. And grabbing the box and deciding to put Leon's big boy pants on, we venture out back into the RPD. Mr. X can't get in that room, but that doesn't mean he isn't capable of just standing outside until we get there. I open this safe up, which gives us a compensator. I thought this was an office. This is a reception. I then decide that I need to throw the red gem into the box, and getting the lightning hole would be a good use of my time right now. So I get the stars badge, flip it open to be a USB. Do all the stars badges do that? So I start heading back up, and then get the jump scare of my life by getting free speed by Mr. X across the goddamn hallway, and immediately sprint downstairs. This begins the part of the video I would like to call the long wait. This is where I gave myself a lovely safe space inside the box room. I occasionally kept leaving like you're seeing here, but would run into Mr. X every single time I would leave. Here I am, having a good time, and... Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Round 2 with Mr. X. I leave the room. What's that? Ah! Now this took about 5 minutes of waiting. I was stood there, watching that. I finally head back upstairs, up some more stairs, round the corner, and back into the main RPD building. I am taking this slow as hell because I really do not want to run into this guy. He just, like I said, throws my head into haywire. I just don't like the guy following me. Making my way towards the STARS office so I can get that Magnum. We take this walk slow as hell so I can get past the liquor and not have Mr. X find me. Using the USB to get in there, we find a letter from Claire's brother, Chris Redfield, inside of the armory. Okay, let's give this a read, see if he can highlight what's going on here. Hey, my fellow stars. I'm enjoying my European trip with these smoking hot babes. No undercover work, just babes. Chris Redfield. Now, Claire's brother's weird. Moving on from that weird letter, I grab the lightning hawk, which is in the STARS office. I reclaim the STARS key and start making my way to go get the jack for the library, so I can get the other electrical part, which is in the clock tower. Here I go, being brave, manifesting no Mr. X. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, Leon, turn around. We're leaving. Oh, no, he's turned around. Oh, run, Leon, run. Getting over the initial shock and deciding that, yeah, no time like the present. Decides to start running. The first licker misses me, but it literally catches up to me as I get to the Lucky Charms door. Getting the jack for the library so I can move the bookcases, Mr. X turns up, and as I'm leaving, he decides to not care. Whacks Leon in the goddamn face, putting me in danger. I don't have a healing, so I decided to stick it to the man and try to kill him. I escape and somehow the liquor misses me. I genuinely have no idea how I survived this. This is on hardcore, and I just don't know what's going on. The next plan is to just lose Mr. X, and I managed to get back into the library, and you know, I'm having a good time. Time to move these damn bookcases across. Here you go, Leon. You're so strong. You're doing this all on your own. No need to worry about giant freaks coming across. Oof! Leon, now receiving 2 18-wheelers to his face over the course of 24 hours, heads up the ladder. He'll grab those zombies, shove him off, and blow their heads off for annoying me. The clock tower is always a fairly simple one. You know, as long as you can understand, put gear there, put other gear here, move gear, Go back, get first gear, put other gear there. Well done, you now get the second electrical part, and you also cause reckless damage, Leon. Hi, I'm Leon Kennedy, and welcome to my second unboxing video in the RPD. Yeah, no, why'd I do it? Okay, yeah. Making our way back out onto the upper level, and we then proceed to head over, unlock this door, and then we can start heading towards the jail cell to unlock it with the second electronical piece, so we can get unfortunate Ben's parking ticket so Leon can finally get out of the RPD and into the real world. I take this stuff really slowly. I can't be bothered to fight Mr. X anymore. I managed to dodge that zombie. Joke, I get bit. This turns into hell. And look, it's like the Portable Safe Part 2, another game do people actually solve this? I managed to solve it, I just don't know how to. Well, I get Ben's parking ticket, so now we can finally get out. But the problem is now we've turned the power on. So all of the zombies are coming out of their gates. So we open the gate on the left and there's our friend again. I flashbang him to run past him, also temporarily blinding Leon. Thinking I'm a speedrunner goes really badly. I get torn apart here. I run in. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cheers, Leon. Yeah. We're doing. Oh. Okay, get over that. Round 2. Do the circuit box. Yep. Open door, get garage key, and then we run back down here. Yep, no, Leon, that is not good. Pull the lever out. Yep, okay. Our friend is still here. Blow his head off with the mag.
You asshole!
Yep. Flashbang these zombies. Okay, run past. We made it this time. Let's go. Oh, fuck.
Ada, you gotta be kidding me. Nothing dies down here.
Do you think that's him dealt with? Okay, well, no. I put the key card in so we can open the shutter and get another achievement, Never-Ending Rain. Make our way out into the streets of Raccoon City for the second time since the start of the game. Heading over towards Kendo Gun Shop where we can get a way through. We find a long barrel for the shotgun. And while we're here, we might as well root through his mail. We find a letter from Jill Valentine. An achievement for that. So, let's go. And I mean, to be honest, if a guy turned up as a police officer, I'd too point a gun at him. But thankfully we have 2 guns in the form of Ada as well, who's decided to come and help us out. But Leon gets a bit scared of murdering a man in front of his infected daughter, so we give up on that and continue to head into the sewers of Raccoon City, where supposedly Ada says Umbrella is.
Indestructible monsters.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
Does it, Leon? I don't think it does. I don't think any of that is explained by just Umbrella working. Moving on past that, we're heading into the sewers, where Leon doesn't think a real scientist.
Can't imagine a real scientist being down here.
But until he sees the officers later,
What the hell?
we see a massive freak of a monster, which is a bit concerning at first, which would make me turn around and consider an alternate location. But we head on further in and drop down. This might be the worst first day anyone's ever had. Dodging the sewer over 3 times, we managed to jump down where it gets a massive pipe stuck in its mouth, which we just blow up with a gun, which is not good for Bosha as well. Ada locks a ladder down for us, which allows us to join her on the higher level. And with that temporary escapade over, Ada tells us that she did warn us about that.
You said
but
the
Leon
virus
is fairly
turned people into
concise here.
monsters, not reptiles.
You didn't mention reptiles. Heading into this room, we see a weird scientist messing with a corpse, saying this must have been William's handwork. But Ada seems to know her. She sets the body on fire and starts shooting. This is a different part of the game now. We get to play as a bit of a super spy. We're playing as Ada after Leon got shot by Annette Birkin and is currently too unwell to continue. This section's a bit different. We lose all the equipment that we had as Leon, and we're left with just Ada. She starts off with a pistol, which is alright, and we get the EMF gun. I think it's the EMF. Yeah, whatever. We use this to get through the vents by making them explode. Our first use of our shiny new tool is to destroy these 2 vents so we can get through to the rest of the section's ADA. We break down here and have to sprint across this entire zombie-infested hallway. When we activate this, which turns back on this lift. We spot Annette Birkin through there, but we activate this so we can get to her. Mr. X is behind us at this part, but shutting that door keeps him out so we can blow up this vent and get through. I don't actually know if we can break through that door, maybe I should do it. There is an achievement in this section where you can get through without using your gun once, but there is also a Mr. Raccoon, which shooting that would lock you out because you don't really get a knife in this section. Pull that switch, open the incinerator so we can get in and get an ID wristband so we can get through the rest of this. With Annette shutting it behind us with the intention of roasting Ada alive. We ruined Annette's dinner plans by immediately using the EMF regulator to blow the door open. We're now escaped as Ada with the ID wristband, but Annette is not a fan, so immediately launches us into the garbage pit. And now back as Leon, I get an achievement for doing that. There is a second one we need to go back for where we do it without shooting, but I thought I'd get the Mr. Raccoon now. Running down these stairs and jumping into the sewers, officially ruining Leon's first day boots and trousers even more. We head further into the sewers to see what awaits us, which I can only assume is going to be worse than the alligator. Heading around this corner further in the sewers, we do run into a bunch of dead bodies which are completely torn apart by some random entity we haven't ran into yet. But they have left this tape recording, so at least that's something we could watch when our shift is over. Well, we're heading around this corner here now where we run into the pawn piece, which we're going to need later. Running down these stairs and further into the bowels of the sewer, we have to do another jump down when we have to take a slide further down, which is just getting worse and worse. The smell of Leon must be a nightmare. He is not pulling Ada after all of this shit. Heading further along after grabbing a blue herb on the side, we see some weird floating mass. It turns out to be a G-monster where I have to sink about 10 shotgun rounds into his shoulder to kill it. But we kill it and move on with our life. As Leon were heading further along, we go up here, we spot a cable car which surely will not come in use later.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, sure, Leon, whatever, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Heading up, we managed to spot Ada in the massive pile of trash, and sensing that she's in danger, immediately watched the VCR. I'm more interested in what I found on this guy, which... Hey, isn't that the guy we fought before? What is he doing alive? Moving on, and gee, I wonder what the code for this is. Anyway, we open it and we get the stock for the shotgun, which makes us more stable and we reload quicker, which is pretty decent. It's going to be more helpful. We grab this tool, which I don't know all the uses for, and head further into the sewers. And taking care of these 3 workers, we can head further in where we do get the first use of this tool. We run around here and grab this key. But I'm no good at chess, so we're going to head back this way and open up this grate. Use back a shortcut and a way that we can get back into the RPD. But I get tricked by G's dead body and throw 3 grenades at him, and then empty the magnum into his shoulder until he dies. These things are really tanky, so I'd advise just avoiding them if you're playthrough. This way takes us upstairs to where we can get another hip pouch. But of course, first things first, when we spot a dead body on the ground, knife it to death. Make sure he isn't alive after blowing his head off. We're going to have to take that roll film I grabbed back up to the RPD photo development room so we can get some hidden treasures and an upgrade for our lightning hawk. Pushing that out of the way is our ticket back to the RPD. We take this elevator back upstairs, which takes us back to the mine shaft thing where we fought Burke in stage 1. Take the other elevator and use the tool, and now we're back in the RPD fully, without having to worry about Mr. X chasing us every 2 seconds and every loud creak we make. Taking the stars badge downstairs, we get the long barrel for the lightning hawk, giving us extra damage. Throw the long barrel on the lightning hawk and head back into the RPD to develop some film for some hiding places and upgrades and ammo that we can get around the building now. Heading into Wesker's office, we get the red dot sight for the lightning hawk, which speeds up the aiming process of that, and a curious roll of film. Huh. Wesker, you are one creep. Moving on from Wesker's weird photo collection, we get some flamethrower fuel, but we don't have the flamethrower yet. But I do get an achievement for that, so you have to take the good with the bad. And I think that's all I had to do in the RPD, so I head back down into the sewers, because I've increased the power of the lightning hawk, and I got the fuel for the flamethrower, and the weird photo of Wesker. So taking the 2 elevators down, back into the sewer, through the door, and now we grab the rook piece, which we need for that. We slot that in, because I might as well throw them in now. I can't be bothered to manage my inventory. Go and solve this one with the code and get another achievement, Master of Unlocking, which is a reference to RE1? I think it was said about Jill. Okay, well, whatever. We move back round here where we got the key and jump down into the sewers. This bit's infested with G-monsters, but you can just walk past them. But in my first run in a while, I forgot how to do that. So I go back to killing them with the shotgun, which is quite fun. But there were 2 more in there, but I just walked past them. We climb up here, head into the room. I am poisoned, so I grab this blue herb and immediately run back and take it. And then get to solving the fun puzzle room, where you have to move the king and queen pieces around to get the flamer, and also get them both to get out of the room. I don't actually know how I've ever solved this room. Like, I just kind of black out and wake up with the correct path. But for me, generally, this is sort of a good way to figure it out. You put the king on the one side, you put the queen there, you walk around, you get out, it's whatever. Heading back out into the sewers and making our way towards the control room where we can finish off our puzzle pieces to unlock the door to get to Ada. And if you had ever wondered how I solved the puzzle pieces, well, this. I know, it's very technical. It shows everything. It's even got a door. Anyway, back to freeing Ada. So we flip these switches again like we did with the dogs, and it turns on the power so we can go open the door. And so we're gonna... Oh, it's this guy again. We run past him after setting him on fire with the flamer and jump down into here with this big cargo crate. Mash this button, and that moves the crate so that we can throw it back on him when we knock him down. I pump a few magnum shots into his shoulder just to let him know I'm here, and then knock him down first. We swing the crate back into him after knocking him down again. Survives. I know, this guy's annoying. But that's just overall how you beat him. He didn't really do anything else, so I just put him back down again and threw the crate and he died. Moving on as Leon, we gotta go let Ada out of that room. And with that, we're back as a pair. We help Ada up and we head towards the cable car that she had the ID wristband that we got earlier. Running around here and then we get into it. We get a cutscene where Ada opens it for us, but we quickly blast past that and head inside. Press the button and we're on the way to the nest. Arriving in the nest, we get an achievement for escaping the sewers, talking about a need for a shower, which Leon definitely needs. And at the slowest door ever seen. Yeah, that took forever. We go in, we head into the cafeteria, which is where we get the first upgrade for our wristband. And then before that, we deal with some workers who decided to unionise. After a hard day of preventing another socialist takeover of Raccoon City, head through the vents and climb down here, but we run into an Umbrella Corps soldier. Moving past him, we grab the electronic chip to upgrade our identification wristband so we can move further on into the nest. This badge being level 2, we can activate this bridge, which lets us go over to this bridge and activate that one. We're now deeper inside the nest and into the contaminated areas.
Oh. Fuck that. Yeah, I am saving before I go in there.
Decided to make a quick save before I head into the dark version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Jesus.
We see the ID wristband on this guy jammed into the wall, and access is denied on this computer, so we're not checking emails. So we head in here. And run into an Ivy. I knife it down. These are right bastards. They can kill you instantly if they grab you. You don't have a weapon that you can stun them with, thus just a flashbang or a hand grenade. But Leon's Flamer does quite a good job against them. It takes a while to fully kill them and burn them up wholly, but it managed to do it eventually. We head in this room where there's a flashbang on the table for some reason and grab the dispensable cartridge. We need to fill that up with a solution. But first I do have to head into this room to get the codes for the weird little machine to open this stuff up. So we get the first one, whack that in and head over. We need to head down here to get the other code that's on the bottom of this trophy over here in the room. That allows us to open the other door, which we can get the actual dispersal cartridge filled up. Heading back up, entering that code and heading into the room. Have fun with just a random pub game, which I can guess it is, where you just move the amounts of water around until you fill it up. But I managed to do it eventually and we get it. Moving on with my life after getting that and going to freeze it, we blow a zombie's head off and shove this grenade in his mouth. I hit it with a flamethrower and get an achievement I really should have got a lot earlier on. I don't know how I didn't do that. I also don't know how I survived that. Liquor jumped me. But sometimes you have to know when to run away, and I ran away from that liquor and came back with a hand grenade to make it learn its goddamn lesson. Get another achievement for that, because apparently I ruined all of its senses by throwing a hand grenade at it and finishing it off with a pistol. Upstairs, we grabbed a signal modulator which will allow us to turn the lights on in some of these goddamn rooms. We need that downstairs to turn the lights on, but first I'm going to head back into the nap room and use the signal modulator there. In there, we can get an extra hit pouch. And after dealing with one sleepy boy, we grab the hit pouch and move on with our life. We head back underground where we can use the signal modulator to activate the electricity in here and allow us to enter the freezing room. Now wishing the RPD standard uniform for the massive parka that we can wear, we turn the solution to blue from green and shove it in this room, which makes him fall down. Poor guy, but we need his chip. We run over and grab it, and that's another fine addition to our collection. We chuck it on our wristband and get the hell out of Dodge. I am not staying there longer than I have to. Heading back to the main zone of the desk with our upgraded wristband, we can finally enter the area where the G-Virus is and get that for Ada. We run into another dead Umbrella soldier with a VHS, but I don't care, so I use the signal modulator again and we head over the hallway to get the G-Virus.
Huh. That was easy.
Why'd you have to say that was easy, Leon? Okay, this is stage 3 Birkin. We blast him a few times with a magnum and then hit him in the chest with a shotgun a bunch of times. This battle's about just hitting sheer damage on him, so we blast him with a magnum a few times, dodge him there, and he throws a barrel at us. We start hitting him with the flamethrower, which eventually kills him off. With Birkin dead, we can now officially leave. We're done here. We can go. Getting out of here. Well done, Leon. We got the G-Virus, we run past our dead friend with a VHS tape that we don't want, and run back to Ada to give her the G-Virus. I'm sure the FBI will love this.
She claims you're not FBI.
Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Ada! No!
Okay, quick recap. Ada's not FBI, she's from some other entity. We need to get out, and she also fell to her death. But luckily, with one love interest dying, we immediately find another on Omega, which is Claire Redfield. She's still surviving here. She's underground like us with Sherry Birkin. We'll find more about what they've been up to when we're playing the hardcore version of Claire's story for her achievement. But the minute we're Leon, we need to get off. Making our way past the RVs, we head through this door and down the ladder where we run into Mr. X again. After messing around for a second, I throw a flashbang at his feet to blind him, because I can't be bothered to fight him or run around him. But eventually we make our way and we have to grab this plug to put it into the elevator so we can escape. But not wanting to let Leon leave without saying bye to his best friend one last time, Mr. X is now in a super tyrant form, chases us down. I had a load of trouble fighting this guy. I frankly didn't have enough big heavy ammo to just end the fight instantly. But I had enough healing to just let him hit me and flashbang him repeatedly. You don't have to beat him within the 10-minute time frame, or 8 minutes, depending on when you get in there. But the more damage you do, the quicker it winds the time down. So pumping damage into him is a good bet if you just want to hurry up. The 6-minute mark for me is where I finally get the RPG that's thrown down by a mysterious stranger that we have no idea who they are.
We'll call it even.
As long as you're not on death's door and he's not right in front of you, you're probably going to survive this. I make a bit of a hash here, but this fight's basically over. You just need to hit him with one rocket, but I decided to hit him with 3 for good measure. And you'll get an achievement for killing him off, with at least 6 minutes left over. The last enemies of the game are these 4 zombies that come through. Guess what? You have a rocket launcher. Blow them up, my brother. And that's that for the first playthrough, at least. This was the first hardcore one. I hadn't played RE2 for a while, so that was actually quite difficult at times. I gave up kind of early on getting the S+ because I did not think I was going to do it in 2.5 hours. But maybe we did get a good grade, you know. Hopefully an A, that'd be nice. An A would be really nice. There we go, 2 achievements and I got B. It gave me a B? I did all of that for a B? Oh no. Okay, well, I need to do another game quickly. To get S+ as Leon, I get the achievement for that. Okay, well, we're back into the RPD. We fight Birkin stage 1. He falls over the ledge. You're still alive? We pull the thing, put out the helicopter. What are you doing back here? Take the bookshelf down. We head up in the RPD. At that park, get the parking ticket. Get out of the RPD with Ada again, who's still FBI, I presume. Blow the alligator up. We do the Ada bit. We quickly get the achievement where we don't shoot the gun, because I didn't get that before, remember? Roast Birkin stage 2 with a flamethrower. Get that achievement for knocking him down first time. Back into the nest, we open the slow door up again. Grab ID level 2, grab ID level 3. Grab the last hit pouch so I get that achievement, didn't get it first time. Fight Birkin stage 3 again, blow him up with a grenade. Give Mr. X an impromptu lobotomy via Lightning Hawk. And then, there we go. S plus for Leon. Now I just need to do hardcore and that for Claire. Okay, so if I just, add that up in my head, that's 28 out of 44 achievements. Okay, I think that's about 60% of a percentage. We need 44, so, if I just quick double check, RE9 comes out on the 27th of Feb, okay. Oh no. Okay, quick lightning round. I got both Sherry achievements, Young Escapee and Hide and Seek by finishing her thing. Blew 3 dudes up with a grenade, that achievement. Shot the last Mr. Raccoon and beat Claire's version of Birkin with 4 minutes left on the detonation. Getting an S plus for that one, and I didn't use the crate. I then immediately did another Claire on hardcore to get her hardcore achievement. Did a Leon B playthrough so I could get the broken umbrella, and I didn't heal on that one, so I got Frugalist as well. And then did Small Carbon Footprint, and after that did Lore Explorer by doing a Claire B, and I was literally just missing Leon's note that he gives her. That left 3 achievements left over. Grim Reaper, got him for getting all the Mr. Raccoons and the extra game modes, and Hell of a Sheriff. I'll get the Grim Reaper here, and then I'll get got him right here, which is the last raccoon. I forgot to record all the other raccoons. And to be honest, when I started Hell of a Sheriff, I was a bit worried. Everybody online was calling it an absolute nightmare. And this was just the first playthroughs I had. I managed to get to 86 on my first one, and then I got to 50. And died on that, but I just had the last achievement. But I knew I could do it. I'm not the worst gamer ever. I got to 86 on that one, not the first one. I got 50 on the first one, then I died again on 57. So I'm gonna be honest, I looked the guide up. I started dying around the 50 mark every single time I played it, so I just found the guide. And then literally with the first game, used the guide, I got 98. I got bit towards the end that it really stressed me out, but we managed to get to 99 and did it. Honestly, that guide saved my life, but yeah, we managed to 100% it. Now I know what you're gonna say. Look, the video's coming out on the release of Resident Evil 9. Did I 100% it before Resident Evil 9? Yeah, the video's a bit delayed. Come on, it takes time to edit and voice these things. Give me a break. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Challenge done. Hope we're all excited for Resident Evil 9. I'm gonna play that now after I finish voicing it and upload the video. I think I'm gonna record some stuff for 9. I'm also recording for Resident Evil 6 at the same time. If you guys want to meet my friend, here's a little clip of that. I kept getting forced to play the intro as Leon.
No.
Is it making you do it again?
No! No! For fuck's sake!